going on today, guys? Primal Sabbath here, and today we'll be taking a look at, hands down, my personal number one pick, figure of the year. Already know that's what it is. I've been waiting. It feels like 2 years, but I think it's only been like a year, 18 months, something like that, since they announced it. And then since we saw colored pictures, and then pre-orders went up, and I finally got it. Of course, I went the Japanese route. I bought it from a Japanese import site. And that's going to be the Beast Wars Returns, also known as Beast Machines here in America. Silverbolt, really cool. Actually, no, it's not this. It's definitely. Let's be real. It's this guy. I did pick this guy in hopes that it would get here a week ahead of time, so I'd have something kind of sort of new to mess around with while I waited on this. But it didn't. They both got here in the same day, and now one's going to be overshadowed. And I'll give you 3 guesses. It's not going to be this guy. So I'm going to do things a little backwards this go around. I'm going to do the unboxing and transformation video first. Normally I do the review, then I do the transformation, but this guy's a little, he's sort of, not necessarily complicated, but definitely kind of, it's sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? It's a little difficult, I guess, kind of going into it. But here we have a nice look at the back of the box, where we got 2 little scenes of Dinobot from the show. And you can see the product shots, weapon storage, the golden disc, and this little clear holder for it. We'll kind of get into that a little bit later. Different faces, accessory pieces. Here he is with the others. If you want to see the whole comparison between the other masterpieces and the other Dinobots that I do have, that'll be in the review video. This, like I said, is just strictly for unboxing and transforming it. I've been able to mess with 2 of mine. One of them was faulty. This one, however, or the second one, excuse me, the second one, however, was not. It was good to go. So you'll open it up, slide all this stuff out. Let's get rid of this box real quick. Kind of set it off to the side. So in typical Masterpiece fashion, he does come clamshelled, and then you get this this right here is instructions, and a little additional kind of piece that it's for the wheel, it's for the tail, it's for getting it in weapon mode. His card, and then this is where the golden disc, the eye lasers effect, the little piece that he would use to hold the golden disc, and the actual stand for the golden disc. That's where they all are stored. And on the back here is your stand, and then the other part of the stand as well. These are modular. I'll go into that more in the actual review, but yeah. And let me go ahead, and since I do have those pieces out already, I just kind of have this little clear piece pegged in right there, and there's the actual little stand. So if you wanted to put that on the display base, and you can kind of do that, just to sort of keep it all together if you want to. Here is the eye laser effect, so pretty cool. And I've already gotten it cased up here, but the collector card, and there's the back of it. So let's see, you can get that right there. Love the artwork on these. Very reminds me a lot of the old original Beast Wars artwork. I do dig it. So let's get all that off to the side, and then let's try not to lose the little knife. And let's start. I don't know if I want to cut into this or just peel this. That's probably better if I cut into it. There's that. And that. Clamshell's definitely taped down. You got 2 pieces on each side. Oh, there we go. And that. Alright, that'll come right off. And you have the tail. So we'll set that off to the side. Smart for them to kind of break that up. I kind of figured that they would. Then you have the sword, which it's kind of, I mean, you're seeing that right. It's definitely got sort of a pink hue to it. I don't know how I feel about that. I definitely wanted it to be more silver and not this weird pink color. I don't know if there's a way to get that. May be something I have to send off to someone who does chrome stuff. custom work. Customs and Chrome, I think, is the dude's name. But yeah, I don't like that. This is the third one that I've taken out, and I'm just like, still not getting better. So we'll set that off to the side. Then here you have the actual pieces that would clip on to the base, little clear plastic pieces for various things. And then I want to say this is the one that you would use maybe for robot mode, if I'm not mistaken. So there's that. Let's get Dinobot out. He's got this little piece. I just tossed that back in there. So there's the Raptor. Now let's take a look at the heads. So we have one that actually has clear eyes, as you can see my hand behind it. I wonder which one that one's for. And it's got kind of like a snarling face, and I feel like it makes the best of the screaming face. You have this one, which is very similar to this one. I want to say they're pretty much the exact same. Yeah, they definitely look the exact same. And again, the mouth is open, which is really, really cool. I think this is the first time that's happened. But he has the red eyes. And last but not least, if I can get it out of here. Come on. There we go. This is his kind of smirking face. So, really, really cool looking. I do like that. So there's that. Set that off to the side. And close this back up. And we'll get this out of the way. Set that off to the side. Pull off this other junk. Here are the base pieces. They actually, guess I could at least separate them. So, was it like this? Oh, okay, it's like this. Alright, so this piece pegs on long ways. It's kind of, okay, there we go. It's starting to come off now. I don't want to break it. Like, it doesn't, you can see it's hollow on the inside, but I'm trying to be a little careful with it. There we go. So as you can see, it comes in two pieces, and I did mention it was totally modular, so you can have them all. You can essentially like display this however you want. But if you want to put the actual like stand piece on it, you're gonna do it long ways, and you're gonna plug that on just like that, and then you would take this and you'd plug it into any one of these little like slots down here. Really, really cool. I really like that. I think that's freaking awesome. So, yeah. Alright. Now that we've gone through that, let's get into the figure. So he does come a little mistransformed, and I read where a lot of people were complaining about these, like, oh, they were hidden better. All you do is just spin them around. You might want to bring that up so you don't see that actual like space in there, but yeah, so you'd spin it around, and that'll kind of get it out the way. Yeah, it's still there, but with the Beast Wars Masterpiece stuff, like I'm okay with the Beast mode suffering a little bit in order to have the robot mode that we do get. So, and he's not gonna stand this way. So, what we'll do here, let's go ahead and split the tail open. Very similar to the old one. This pegs in a certain way. It's got little grooves in there. So you'll just put the sword in, all folded up in there, nice and neat. Then what you'll do is you'll kind of apply pressure there and there. Pop that open. Then you'll slide it in. There's a little hole in there that it'll attach to. And you want to do that. You don't want to push it in this way because it could scratch some of this paint in here, and the instructions recommend you do it this way too. So we'll peg that back in, just give it a good squeeze, and he may want to stand now. I may have to play with his legs a little bit more. That is one thing I will say. He doesn't have the best feet in either mode, really, if I'm being honest, but that's something I will get around to whenever I do get this guy to stand eventually. Okay, yeah, that makes the most sense. So, there we have him, for the most part. In dinosaur mode, so you can move this tail on these various joints. You can even kind of angle it up like this if you want to. It's not super strong. You either get it straight up like that where it kind of locks in, or, you know, or not, but then you just kind of bring it back down. I want to say, I may have untapped it by accident. Let's see. Okay, no. All right. Let's get that back in there. There we go. And there are little indentions in that tail, so these pieces will rest against it, which is nice. If you want to get different eyes, you can see he's got the big eyes here. You just pull this up, and then you'll rotate this around this way, and then he's kind of got the snarling eyes, the, you know, really rat trap, those eyes. Opening mouth, and he, like, the instructions actually point this out, the whole tongue wiggling thing. And it reminds me of Double Dinobot, whenever the clone, every time he like talked about Megatron or talked to Megatron, his little tongue would wiggle. I think that's ridiculous, but still pretty cool. So, alright, let's go ahead and rotate those back. These little, like, these hands surprised me a lot. So you have like a little bitty swivel right there, you got a hinge right there, you got a hinge right there, and then you got a hinge also in the hands. So these little dino hands, very articulate, and you can do all kinds of different poses. Let me go ahead and get that golden disc back over here, if I can. Come on, dude, stand up. So I have a little clear thing pegged in on it. So if you want to, if you want him to hold it like this, he can hold it like this. But I do believe that's what this peg is meant for. The other peg is more or less for robot mode, but you can have him kind of flailing the golden disc around like he did in the first episode. Ooh, that's loose. Or maybe the golden disc heavy. I don't know. I didn't really play around with the arm on my other one, but anyways. So there's that. Alright, just set that off to the side. Now for transformation. Let's go ahead and get into it. So this isn't too long of a video. We're already at 12 minutes. So you'll pull this up just like you did, and then you'll pull this piece out. Go ahead and just kind of set that off. We'll do what we need to do with that later. While we're here, you'll go ahead and fold these pieces down on the side like that. You'll push that all the way up, then fold that all the way up. Spin this. Go ahead and spin this around. Lift this, tuck that in, close it back up, and we're kind of almost there. Just some stuff you'll need to do later, like as far as the instructions go, I like to go ahead and do now. Let's see. Alright, now we're going to split. I don't know if you guys can see that. We're going to split what becomes the feet in robot mode. Shocking, I know. And they actually spin around. I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell. They spin around on this hinge right in here, right there. Kind of hard to see. There's all these shadows. All right, actually, this one right here, this hinge actually spins. So you want to spin that to where it lines up. Like there's a little hole where that pin is in there, and there's that little tab. It's going to go into that. Like that's where you want it to go. So line that up, and then also you can go ahead and untab this from right here. That should give you the clearance to push that down. Fold this up, and then collapse that, and that'll all tab together real nice. And then you'll spin that around right there. So again, kind of sort of what we did is let's go around this way. Untab that. Don't forget to bring this piece up, because it will get caught on this little tab right here, and you don't want to force anything. And then, let's see, after you've kind of spun this piece around to where it matches up, you'll go ahead and tab that together, and then this accordion's everyone's favorite word up, and then you can kind of rotate this. And now, let's see. Yeah, let's go ahead and do this. I think You unpeg this, right, and then these little brown pieces, kind of hard to get in here. I really need to do something about my light. Let's see. There you go. That little brown piece right there, see where my band-aided finger is pointing? They're actually tabbed in to the gray piece that's in there. So you'll push down on these, and that'll loosen this up. That'll loosen everything up, actually, as you can see. And you want to go ahead and loosen that up either way. So then he kind of unfolds. Go ahead and explode this part of him, because he's a very explodey boy. And this is where the head spun around. It will actually tuck into that piece right there. And this is something I really like about, about this figure, and even about Cheetor. Like, it still takes elements from the transformation. Like, even though, like, we all know he has the faux chest, the dino head is still behind that chest. Like, it's still there. I think that's really freaking neat. So go ahead and fold these bits down, which are clearly his legs. And then these also kind of accordion up, and they sort of softly lock in, and then spin them around at that joint. And there's that. We'll play with the feet later. And then this whole section comes up and around like this. You're not really going to lock it in just yet. There's some stuff we need to do. But just go ahead and bring what will be the back up right there. Now, probably the most difficult, kind of frustrating part on this figure is definitely this arm assembly. So what you'll do is let me do this one first. Bend that down. You're going to get some ratchets in here. You're going to rotate it at this joint around like that. And you're going to want to make sure this is compressed like this. You're going to want to bring that all the way in. And then this is going to fold up very neatly. And then if you're getting soft clicks here, you're doing the right thing. And you want to bring that close to the body like so. Get another soft click out of that. So get on this side. We're going to spin this piece around. This, just due to manipulating it, already came out. So you want to bring that all the way down. Keep spinning it. And then you'll bring it in on this joint in here. That one right there. That's good. And also rotating this one down with it, I believe. Oh, maybe I didn't do something right. Okay. Yep, there we go. You don't want to go too far. If you go too far, like, that joint's going to catch in there, and you're going to have a bad time. So, essentially, it needs to look like this. Play around with it. Make sure it feels comfortable. Like, if you're pushing too hard, kind of bring it back out, see what you're doing wrong. But basically, I'll fold it out on that. You're wanting to go for this assembly right here. So after you spin it around, that's how you're going to want it, and then that'll do that. And these will actually kind of come around. Like, the instructions aren't super duper clear with this, but this I find is easier to do it this way than the way the instructions show it. But this will actually come around and hug the head of the dinosaur. You got to kind of play with it, like I said. There you go. But once you get it in there, it's in there. You're good. So this piece, you can see it's on this little assembly of levers, and you'll so carefully fold that up underneath. I don't know necessarily why they did that, but it's cool. I'm not going to fault it for it. I feel like it's just an unnecessary step, but, what do I know? I'm not a designer, and I do appreciate it. All right, so try to keep all that like squared up as best you can. You'll see where we folded that piece down on the back of the dino head. You probably won't see it in there, but anyways, that's going to lock that piece in, and we'll rotate his robot head around. And we're in the home stretch here. As long as you got that done, man, like you're good. Like, you're solid. And then kind of fold these back inward so you can see. Oh well, come on. This got Messed up again. There we go. Alright. This, I mean, you can kind of press it down tight if you want to. It may pop back out here and there again, but we'll see. We'll give it a look. I want to say he's got a, yeah, look at that. That's nice. Alright. Let's go ahead and do this, because this will do like that. You can fold it back up if you want to. It's for weapon storage, but alright, so these, like, you can't just cram stuff up in there. Like, it does actually fit in a very kind of meticulous way. So what we'll do is you'll rotate it at this bicep, and you'll just fold like the little dinosaur arm up like that. And then again, rotate up, and just fold the dinosaur hand in like that. Fold this bit in. Try to, believe it or not, like, this is where you'll start wedging shit. Try to, like I said, wedge it in there, and you'll see there's a little slot right there, little tab right there, and then a corresponding tab and slot on this piece. And you should line up. You can pull those little pieces out if you need some help. I think, there we go. And there we go. Alright, so you can see how they're locked in there. They're very much crammed in. On my other one, I kind of played with them a little bit more. Got them. There we go. I think that's what I did. I think that's what I've been doing wrong. So they just kind of rest up in there. It's nice. And then if this popped loose for whatever reason, go ahead and press it back tight. Now for the final deal. Okay, feet. Fold the heel spur out. And then what's really cool here is you'll just take your nail and you'll pull up on this piece, and presto. Do the same thing over here, except on this one, it's got this little flap right here. You push that down, push up on that piece. Awesome. And then for the arms, so let's bring them back, rotate this, and then we'll fold that up. This will kind of come out. You can go ahead and bend the elbow if you want to. Bend that down, then you rotate them, and you fold his claws in, and then you kind of press this back. You can get it to go back. Fold that back up, fold that over it. Nice, looking good. Do that, do the same thing. Again, pull these little robot hands out. The claws are getting stuck in. There we go. Rotate, fold the little nails down, push that back up, close that over it, press that, and now we have one Masterpiece Dinobot in his robot mode. Alright, there we go. And almost finished. Let's just get his hands, there we go. As far as the tail goes, you open it. Duh. Again, I'm not 100% sure where it left me off, but anyways, so you'll rotate this piece around. There's a tab there. You plug it in on the slot of the tail right there. That's good. All right. And then you'll do the same thing over here. And if you want to, you can sort of press in here with your finger to sort of get this started. Like I said, you gotta kind of wiggle this piece out. It's a little tough at first, but it gets easier. Just carefully do it, and then find the piece that actually kind of curves off. You don't want to use that piece because it won't go. And you'll turn it. And you'll kind of, there's a little, like I said, a little hinge in there. And if you want to, you can bend this piece to get you some more clearance. You'll bring it all the way around. Again, you got the actual tab in there. It'll go through that hole, and then that tab will slot in on the outside, locking that in. And then you can, if you want to, and I like to do it, pull this piece out, and that'll should get it to rotate some. Maybe I'm missing something. Am I missing something? Okay, yeah, that's good. Alright, bend his arm, and we'll make sure this little piece right here is pressed up for old time's sake. And then we'll tab that in like so. Wrap his little claws around it if you want to. You don't want to go too far because this has got to spin, right? So we'll make sure these hug the outside. There we go. So if you want to, let's go ahead and point this forward a little bit. Oh my God, that did not work. I haven't done it with any of them yet. I wanted to kind of share it on camera. There we go. All right, so it only spins one way. So all right, still not really the best thing going here. What's up, man? What are you doing? What's wrong? Is there a no super particular way it gets held? All right, we're gonna try this one more time before I give up on it. There we go. Oh man, it's doing it, and it works so much better than the original. Holy crap! Oh, so cool. Oh, so awesome. Okay, all right, I gotta save my excitement. All right, so there's that. This is where we kind of gotta lean them back a little bit. There we go. Do that, and of course, finish them off. Unfold the sword, and then we plug that in, nice and neat. Wrap his hands around it. There he is, perfect in every way. Masterpiece Dinobot transformed. Like I said, I'll save my thoughts for Robot and Beast Mode for the actual figure review. But that's him out of the box. That's how you transform him. That's how I transform him, actually. You may find your own easy way, but the main thing you really needed to look out for are these shoulder assemblies. So, video going up after this one will definitely be the review video and the comparisons and all that other fun stuff. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this, and I'll see you guys later.